remember, this is your world. You get to make and break the rules here.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Wish I could jump in there and roll around in all that cascading white powder. Yeah, just get high on all of life's splendor. God, I love cocaine.
The hype on Mind Game fragrances has been crazy, especially over at TikTok. I mean, people are obsessed with the Mind Games brand. Now, I've gotten to sample Queening, Blockade, Chessmate, the list goes on, and there are some gems within the lineup. But there was one particular fragrance that I remember smelling at Neiman that absolutely caught my attention, even though the price tag was like, hell no, that I had to finally pick up. Mind Games Mentor. I did buy this joint because I was like, it's a plum fragrance that I remember at that time, a few months back, smelling at Neiman, and it did capture my attention. However, am I gonna keep that same energy now? Only one way to find out. Let's roll my music so we can tap into Mind Games hype and see if Mentor is up there with some of their hits. My beautiful peoples, you know who it is. It's your boy, 𝗙𝗏𝗏 to the B to the A. Now, I did pick this one up from Max Aroma, but again, this wasn't sent. I did purchase this fragrance, which was not cheap. But the dope shit about Max Aroma is that I purchased so much from them that you can accumulate points and use those towards coupons, which obviously would reduce the amount, and I don't like paying retail for anything. So here we have it. Now let me go over the notes before I unbox this fragrance, because obviously it's the notes that really drew me to the curiosity of smelling it over at Neiman. All right, so the notes open up with caramel, plum, and Italian lemon. Team Plum all day. Then you got coffee, amber, resins, cassis, and then you got tonka bean, sandalwood, and oud. Now let's unbox the presentation of this fragrance so you guys can get an idea for all the Mind Game fanboys what these joints look like and what you're paying a crazy amount of money for. So here's what the box looks like without the slider. It is moving around, so I'll have to open it this way. Here's what the presentation looks like, and it looks very fancy. You got the fragrance in the middle, you got a couple of blotters and test strips on the side, and then I'm assuming this is the actual fragrance oil from the scent, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Oh, it looks like a composition fragrance. So this says that it's Boya Oud, which I'm assuming that's what's in this fragrance, along with amber. So that's cool that they put two prominent notes of the fragrance inside of here. That's pretty fresh. And it's all about the fragrance, right? Again, these fragrances are not cheap at all, and they're kind of cool presentations looking like chess pieces, including this one, which is the black bottle with the gradient bottom, and this one is Mentor. So let's just use one of their test strips. I mean, they already have them in here. I throw away the boxes anyway, so might as well put these joints to work. Here you go. Here's what the test strip looked like, and let's see what type of energy Mind Games Mentor is on. Hopefully, I still like it, but there's no better time than the present, so here we go. Yeah, it is beautiful. Gives me a little bit of like a side effect kind of DNA with like a plummy essence. It's juicy, it's plummy, it's caramel, sweet, very handsome. Definitely don't regret buying this as of now. Very beautiful, sensual, deep, rich. The caramel truly pops up, balancing the sweetness from the plum with a sweet and salty caramelic kind of flow. Now, one of the things I'm noticing about the fragrance, and I don't know if other people would agree, but there's like a caramelic, jammy, rosy oud, sweet, plummy kind of vibe coming off this scent, which I'm not mad at all. It has sex appeal. It has like that attractive nature. The tops are magnetic. I didn't know that. All right, let me spray this on skin because we want to get the full experience of this fragrance. I do like that the cap is magnetic, and it's a fairly decent holding cap, so that's what's up. Yeah, there's definitely something dark, resinous, sweet, caramelic. It leans a little bit cold weather, but there is an element of freshness here. Maybe it's coming from that cassis or that bergamot, that bright Italian bergamotish kind of DNA that's really popping off the skin, adding this beautiful sexual element to it. Oh yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. There's also like a gingerbread kind of cookie DNA coming off. There's this baked, sweet, yeasty kind of DNA coming off my skin that's really like caramel and lemon cookie with like a sweet Japanese plum wine as like an aperitif. And you're combining both of these scents like orally. Elegant, handsome. The oud here is super chill, very wearable, adding foundation, nothing fecal or animalic. There's nothing off-putting about this scent at all. I'm gonna let this shit dry down, but so far this might be my favorite Mind Games fragrance, period, and I love what it's doing on my skin. Let me let it formulate and completely dry down, and then I'll share my thoughts with you.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
All right, guys, full dry down. I have it on the arm. It's still providing a little bit of a sheen there. A little bit more herbal. I'm still getting this ginger snap, cookie-ish caramel bits, yeasty kind of baked good, and I'm still getting that Japanese plum wine kind of coasting in the background. Oud, minimal. Caramel, prominent. Elegant, sexy, inviting, warm. There is brightness here. So I can actually pull this off in the summer, and I will pull this off now. As a matter of fact, it's probably gonna be my scent of the day. I'm loving the energy that this fragrance gives off. And we're gonna see what type of vibe we're gonna flow off the entire day. But so far, sexy, my favorite from the Mindgames lineup right now. It screams me. If I were to critique anything, I wish it had a little bit more plumminess, and I wish that the plum portion wouldn't translate in my head like that rosy oud DNA. That's the only thing. I just wish it was a little bit more juicy, but I'm really appreciating that ginger snap kind of cookie element. Yeah, Mindgames Mentor, expensive as shit, hard to find in the gray market, but definitely you won't have to pay retail. There are some gray market websites like a Max Aroma that have these joints in stock. Run it up while you can, try to use whatever coupons or wait for any sales so you don't have to pay that grip, but this shit so far, on fire, absolutely a ball spray. I just broke it. Smooches. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is. Biggest in the game. Who else is super hype off of Mind Game fragrances? Comment below. Smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, star attack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.